Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Please subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time, and I want to really thank you for your continued support to this channel. I want to request you to give this video likes. It goes a long way in promoting this video. Ladies and gentlemen, Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto must tell us whether they still want together or whether they still want to work together or not. Because this marriage is untenable. They are not compatible and they are trying to put a brave face, but things are not working out. After William Ruto sold a narrative to Raila Amolo Odinga that his deputy was working hard to sabotage his government, and that is why he begged him so that they could form what they are calling a national unity, a government of national unity. And he poached some members of the ODM and made them cabinet secretaries. So rather, they're waiting for vetting from parliamentarians. But I know it is going to sail through. William Ruto got an impetus. He got some kind of strength that he had lost because Gen Z had actually cornered him. He was feeble, frustrated, and was panicking. He even withdrew the finance bill. He made his the former IG to resign. He dissolved the cabinet. But then, after he got the support of part of the opposition, he has now gotten the strength. And I've realized that kuna madharau inarudi. Even the members of parliament have started talking ill. But William Ruto also decided to embark on his usual campaign. He was in Mombasa, Kilifi, Kwale. But one person was conspicuously missing, and that is the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua. He was not there at all. I know we've been treated, we've been treated to this kind of theatrics where Rigathi Gachagua, there was a time he missed out of over 5 events that William Ruto was presiding over. At some point, he even failed to welcome William Samoei Ruto back from his usual tour abroad. And I know we've been told about him being denied some chopper. And it is back again. And sometimes I agree with people who are saying that these are side issues that are meant to ensure that we forget about the real elephant in the room. So Rigathi Gachagua decided that there was a function that was organized by Inoro FM to celebrate, I don't know how many years and of service to the people. Inoro serves the mountain, the Kikuyu nation, the larger Mount Kenya. And it was organized in Kanivo. So Rigathi Gachagua decided to boycott functions, presidential functions in the coastal area. And he decided to go to that event that was organized by Inoro FM or Inoro station in Kanivo. Behavior really surprised many, even though if you ask me, it does not surprise me so much. Because Rigathi Gachagua is behaving like a woman who is sick and tired of of her husband. And because they are tied at the hip, because they have been telling us that they have been tied at the hip, Ruto cannot sack him. And let me tell you, if William Ruto was working with the old constitution, I can assure you Rigathi Gachagua would have been replaced. And many people are asking, what is the cause of anger this time around? Because the last time we were told he was denied a chopper. We were told it is because of Ndindi Nyoro and Moses Kuria, those people who do not respect him, and it is like they were placed strategically to frustrate him in this government, that they didn't really accord him the necessary respect as the deputy president and as the deputy party leader in the UDA. But now even Moses Kuria has been relieved of his duties. So why is Rigathi Gachagua angered? What is the cause of him boycotting Ruto's events? To answer your question, and you will realize that it is petty if you ask me, I want you to listen to Ferdinand Waititu, because this is what Ferdinand said, and many of the Mount Kenya leaders are speaking the same language.
Sisi kama watu wa Mount Kenya ametuacha kwa mataa. Saa hii ile ministry, ile wizara mzuri kabisa sasa imechukuliwa na ODM. Wizara ile iko na nguvu sasa imechukuliwa na ODM. Sisi watu wa Mount Kenya ukiangalia ni ministry gani tumepewa, wewe utajiuliza na hiyo inafanyanga nini? Tumebadia haujulikani. Hazina nguvu zile tumepewa. Kazi yetu ni.
Because if you listen to Ferdinand Waititu, Kate Waiguru, most of Mount Kenya leaders, including Kimani Ngunjiri, they were complaining about the changes in the cabinet. And one thing that has really angered them is the fact that William Ruto decided for the first time to take away the cabinet, the finance docket. It gave it to someone else, especially from Nyanza. And as I said earlier, this is an abomination, sacrilege, because according to them, this docket should never have gone. Maybe it should have been given to someone else, maybe from Mount Kenya, but not to Nyanza. This is what angered them. Now, my worry, and something that really pains me, is that ever since the demonstration started, the conversation is about the leaders. Raila Odinga recycling people who have been governors and giving them ministerial posts. And let me tell you something, I have nothing against these people. In fact, one of my favorite politicians is Sultan Ali Hassan Joho. I subscribe to his political ideology. There's a way I resonate with him. I like Oparanya, a man of very few words but very steadfast. Is a man I really follow. I like John Mbadi, the way he's been trying to articulate issues, finances. Now he's been given that docket. I don't have a problem. My problem is this is about the political class. It is not about Gen Z. Not even when Raila is now calling people for a dialogue, he's calling people when people have already, resumed duties. Rigathi Gachagua is not angered because Gen Zs have been shortchanged. That is my worry. Rigathi Gachagua is vexed because William Ruto has shortchanged them. Because this docket is supposed to be meant to be a Mount Kenya docket. Because he had said Raila Odinga must not see the inside of State House. He had placed some trap. This is about, these politicians. It is about William Ruto. It is about Gachagua. It is about Raila. It is about Uhuru Kenyatta. It is about Kalonzo. We are sick and tired of this political class. They never think of the young. They never think of... In fact, some people are asking, in respect to gender equality or equity, why couldn't Raila even nominate one female? He was given a chance and he nominated four of them, both of them, the masculine gender. Why couldn't he even nominate one youth? And while William Ruto had dissolved the cabinet and he was thinking of reconstituting it, why couldn't he even think of just picking one youth? And I know you're about to tell me that the youths said they are leaderless, and so they did not nominate any of their own, which is it is okay. But William Ruto has got the statistics in Kenya, youth that can, perform duties. Just like we don't care about tribe and all that, he would have nominated just one, and maybe some mama mboga. And this, tells me one thing, that these people don't care about us. These people don't care about you. These people care about themselves and their families. We have been told that Rigathi Gachagua wanted to topple, I don't know, was planning about a coup. But when you ask, you will realize that these are their differences and the MOUs that they signed when we were not there. And I also have a problem with certain leaders who feel entitled. Certain leaders who don't understand that all Kenyans are taxpayers and therefore they befit to be nominated into certain positions. Rigathi Gachagua yesterday was talking in one of the churches, and it was like, you look at the facial expression and you'd think that Rigathi was fighting with some bees somewhere. All in the name of because they had 8 slots, and I think 2 were relinquished to someone else. And so that is a crime. The mentality of shareholding thing is still disturbing Rigathi Gachagua, because he so much believes in it that he does not imagine that if he wants to become a national leader in this country, then he must start embracing the whole country. He should now start, visiting Nyanza and the coast and eastern and western, to embrace him, to endear himself to the people, because the manner in which he's playing his politics is dangerous for him. These people are not going to work together, I can assure you. And why do I feel like I don't care? They were confronted with this question, that in light of what was happening between the former President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy, then William Ruto, they were asked, are you going to work together? And I remember Rigathi telling us that he comes from a background of an administrative system where it is a yes sir thing. He was a DO, and he said he was going to obey his master. William Ruto said he had learned from what had ailed them with his former boss, and they said they would have so much to do to the people of Kenya that they would not even have time for wrangles. But right now, look at what is happening. When your deputy boycotts you, and I know Rigathi Gachagua could not just stomach going to imagine that Joe has been nominated to be the ministry to the Ministry of Tourism and Maritime, the blue economy, because William Ruto simply went there to after nominating Joe, just to show them that, I think of you, even though you didn't vote for me, you voted for ODM. I have incorporated you. But Rigathi would not just stomach that. But we don't care. As long as the conversation is about Rigathi and Ruto and Raila and Wetangula and Musalia Mudavadi, and they leave out the Gen Zs, I don't care. Because we need to incorporate all women, youth in the government. As it is status quo. And I can assure you that corruption is not ended, it is going to be perpetuated. Wastage is going to be perpetuated. I don't think there is going to be we are not going to have any justice to the victims of police brutality. And so what is happening between Gachagua and Ruto is a sideshow, if you ask me. All we want is that they deliver what they promised to Kenyans. We don't care. We do not want to know what the wrangles are about. Because these people, even if they pretend that they are not reading from the same page, they are paid by taxpayers' money. Do we stop paying them? They are big offices and cars and security and secretariat. Do we stop maintaining their offices just because they have differences? No. They pretend that they have differences, yet they still take a lot of money, huge salaries. That's why I'm saying that this kind of theatrics is something that we're not going to get into. We're not going to get into their wars and political battles and supremacy battles because it's not helping us. How does it benefit us when Rigathi and Ruto are not reading from the same page? It is less than 2 years into office, and it has started. Less than 2 years, and already William Ruto has run crying to the opposition, please help me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is sad. But I want to end by saying, next time we are given an opportunity to elect leaders, please let us scrutinize our leaders. Let us vet them carefully because we are in this mess. We are part and parcel of this mess. We are given an opportunity to elect leaders, knowing very well that an election is coming after 5 years. Then we vote along tribal lines. We vote to punish some leaders. Those who voted to take Raila to Bondo, Raila is in State House. Or if you ask me, where is Raila? And I have seen a certain people from a certain quarters who believe that Raila should be on the streets leading demonstrations. His people are being tear gassed and killed. When Raila presents himself to be elected, they vote him out with a lot of chest thumping. And then, for example, there are people who voted in William Samoei Ruto and they said William Ruto was God sent. They did want to vote for Raila. Now that Raila is saying, okay, he's God sent, let us join him, Raila is now bad. Raila has betrayed them, yet they didn't even vote for him. Yani kazi ya Raila ni kila saa awe kwa opposition, apigane na serikali, watu wake wauawe, and watu wake, I mean those who follow his political ideologies. Give us a break. But the conversation must not be about Raila and Gachagua and Ruto and the political, those people. We need to have a national discussion how to remove these people from power. Come 2027 if we can't do it now.